movement is allowed only in the one plane. So for example, human fingers, toes, elbows, and knees. So hinge joints are made up of two or more bones with articular surface covered by hyaline cartilage and lubricated by synovial fluid. As I told you, so they are having synovial joint also. So they are made up of synovial fluid because when two bones are uh, rubbing out each other, so there will be a lot of friction then. So obviously there we need some, some material to cool down the friction. So we use synovial joint. They are stabilized by muscles, ligaments, and other connective tissues, such as joint capsules. Hinge joints are more stable than a ball and socket joint, which allows greater range of movement along one plane. Injuries like osteoarthritis and autoimmune conditions can affect the hinge joints. So, you know what is arthritis and autoimmune conditions? So, these are certain conditions, like certain diseases that can cause in brain. So autoimmune is something, right? Immune is something we need immunity. So autoimmune means our body doesn't know that our immunity is something everybody should have. Like we need the strong WBC, we need good immunity capacity, like to fight against the germs and all. But autoimmune is something like our body will think that our newly generated WBC, like our body only will generate WBC, but our body like will think that it is an particle from outside. So our body cannot differentiate the particle between outside and inside. Like whatever it is outside or inside, it cannot identify which one is outside, which one is created by our body itself. So basically, that is autoimmune conditions. So when our own immunity system is a problem for us, then it is like autoimmune. So immunity system is should protect us, but here what is the condition? Our own immunity system cannot protect us. It will think that the newly generated particles of our body as a foreign particles, like from outside, and they will be acting as barrier. So they'll start creating the problem. So that is autoimmune conditions. And arthritis is something bone related deficiency disease. So when there is these are can all affect hinge joints. So when you get arthritis or autoimmune conditions, these things will affect hinge joints. Affect in the sense, when these people, like some of these people have arthritis and autoimmune disease, you know their joints will be paining a lot, especially our hinge joints, elbow joint, like that. Their joints will be paining a lot because first the arthritis or autoimmune condition will affect the joint only, hinge joint only. Symptoms like stiffness, swelling, obviously pain. So when you're moving your joint, you cannot move it properly. So limited joint movement, difficulty fully bending or extending. So these are some of the points. To reduce pain and improve strength and range of motion, you can try resting the affected hinge joint, apply ice to pain relieving medications like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, physical therapy, and regular movement and exercises. So these are the highlights of hinge joints. So these things you have to note it down, Bhavesh. Like when hinge joints are, when we get osteoarthritis and autoimmune. For example, be here, I'll get you picture of osteoarthritis. Here. Um, think you can see the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
PPT. Can you see the arthritis of the knee? Osteoarthritis.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the case. See, left hand side, healthy femur bone, healthy articulate cartilage, healthy tibia bone. And then the right side, spurning femur bone, degenerated articular cartilage, spurning tibia bone. So it will be all like degenerated. This is not healthy. This is seems to be very healthy, but see here, there it is not healthy also. So it's not healthy. Spurning means like burning sensation. It is there or like degenerated. It's not healthy, looking healthy. So that condition you will get pain, lot of pain. So it's
Something,
basically like erosion. Erosion. You know what is erosion?
something in your screen is.
Yeah. I'm searching for another slide. So see here, I got it from one hospital. Yeah. See, can you see osteoarthritis, a chronic degenerative joint condition characterized by joint pain, stiffness, is triggered by aging and joint wear and tear. It is commonly seen in the hands, knees, hips, neck, and lower back. So this condition is basically called as degenerative joint condition. So the joint will start getting degenerated instead of generating, getting degenerated. Like it's not improving. It is getting spoiled. So it's degenerating, basically going backside instead of getting more healthier and healthier. It's getting degenerated. So this is basically seen in the people who are very old age people, or like people who really have basically naturally this problem of osteoarthritis. Like for them, the age doesn't matter, but their arthritis will be getting like this. No, they'll have degenerative joint conditions. So you will have a pain, everything you will have. So as we discussed, we had swelling, stiffness, everything will be there. And autoimmune is something what I told you. And then now we'll go to implications of hinge joint. So unlike other joints, hinge joint permit movement across one plane. So we saw this as very first point. Hinge joints allow straightening, bending, and flexing of joints. For example, flexing of a finger or toe. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they allow the movement only in one plane, no? On a bending and stretching. Only bending and stretching is possible. Straightening, bending, and flexing of the joints. The bones in hinge joints are covered with a protective cartilage and a thick fluid known as synovial. We already discussed about this point. What is a protective cartilage? That like protective cartilage is same function that is of synovial fluid. Both of them are present. The fluid helps in lubricating the bones, make them move without friction. All hinge joints, including muscles, ligaments, and other kind of tissues that maintain the joint. So, what are ligaments?
Ma'am, ligaments are. Ma'am, ligaments
Yeah,
are something that attach bones together.
is it bone to bone? Tendons then?
Tendons, muscle to muscle.
Correct. So,
Muscle to
bone to
bone.
muscle is ligament. Ligament is bone to muscle. So they connect bone to muscle. Then that's what that is a function of ligament. But tendons is muscle to muscle. Should not
Okay.
forget that point.
Okay, ma'am.
I don't know why Neha and Adya didn't join. Okay, let's see. Okay. All hinges, including muscle, ligaments, and other kind of tissue that maintain the joint. Hinge joints are considered more steady than ball and socket joint, such as hips, shoulder joint. But there is greater movement in ball and socket joint. When it comes to ball and socket versus hinge, it's always like ball and socket will have more movement than hinge.
And because it's 360 degrees.
Yeah, correct. It's fully it can it's not like limited to only one plane axis. It can rotate fully. So they are better whenever it comes to hinge versus ball. So unlike the movement in hinge joint, the joint in ball and socket is along more than one plane. Yes, I told you. Even though hinge joints are considered stable, there are chances of dislocating them. So yes, we say them that they are one of the most stable joints. So in this page also we saw they are stable joint, no? We saw them somewhere like they are very stable joint. Uh, yeah, they are stabilized. Okay, they are stabilized. Joints are more stable. See here, hinge joints are more stable than ball and socket, which allow greater range of movement along with one plane. So they are more stable than ball socket. When it comes to movement, uh, like ball and socket is having higher movement. They have greater movement. They have greater angle. But when it comes to steadiness, hinge joints are more steadier, right? So even though hinge joints are considered like most stable and the most steady joints, we have a lot of chances of getting dislocating. Like they also can get dislocated. So you heard of this bone dislocation, right?
Ma'am?
Have you heard of bone dislocation?
No, ma'am.
Like somebody would have fallen down, or while playing, you would have fallen down, and what will happen? The bone will be like this. So, for example, the bone will be like this. Just taken as an example. So this bone, after they will be falling down, or some sports activity, something would have happened, and this would have delocated. Like this bone will become like slightly, they would have delocated. So can you see? This one should be like perfectly with together, it should meet, but here can you see it is delocated, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this kind of conditions can happen in hinge joints. That's what they're telling. Dislocation is possible in hinge joints. Whatever it is, the hinge joints are considered as the most stable, but still dislocations are possible. Occur in the parts of hands and feet. Both in the hands and feet, dislocation of bones are possible. Performing regressive sport activity. So as I told you, so performing regressive sports activity usually affect hinge joints. For example, runners knee. So sports activity, they'll be always exercising, they'll be always running, so they will be giving lot of pressure to hinge joints. So your knees and elbows, they'll give a lot of pressure there. So that time what happen, automatically it starts getting swelling, start getting pain, and sometimes it can dislocate also. So when you perform regressive sports activity, that will affect your hinge joint. By maintaining a healthy diet, reducing stress, frequent improvement, and strengthening muscles around the joint, no one can maintain a really, no one can maintain a healthy hinge joint. Yes. So these are the very important points of hinge joint. So when it comes to exam, you just have to remember all these things about hinge joints. Yes, clear, right?
Yes,
There
ma'am.
is no big thing to remember, something big to remember about hinge joints. So whatever point we discuss now, it is very good to remember. They are one of the most steady joints. They have only allow the movement and straightening and bending, like little flexing of joints, that's all. So they have permit the movement across one plane only. So when compared to ball socket are greater in movement. They are better in movement, like they are better in angles. But hinge joints are not like that. But even though they are not better in movements, but they are better in steadiness than ball socket. And the next point is, even though they are very steady, one of the steady joints, you have high chances of getting dislocation. So when the dislocation will happen? So I hope now you know what is dislocation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the dislocation. So bone one and bone two should be like this, but after dislocation, it will be like slightly moved from its point. So that is
Yes, ma'am.
dislocation.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you perform rigorous sports activity, so that time your hinge joint may get affected. That's all. That's all. And hope this is very clear. Osteoarthritis. What is osteoarthritis? Is degeneration of degeneration condition, degeneration of joint. That is osteoarthritis. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now coming to types of hinge joints. So the elbow, So we know very well the most common example of hinge joint is the elbow. The elbow joint connects the upper part of the arm, known as humerus, to the two bones in the lower part of the arm, known as radius and ulna, respectively. This is called the humerolunnar joint. The humerolunnar joint is situated between the notch in the ulna and notch in the humerus. So you know very well that where the elbow is present, right? So the elbow joint connects the upper part of the arm, known as humerus. So what is the upper part of the arm is humerus, and
Yes.
two bones in the lower arm is radius and ulna. We already saw the picture of radius and ulna, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the radius and ulna, this is the humerus. So here whatever it is there, this is your elbow, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We already saw this. Yeah. The jaw, then your jaw, you know what is the jaw, right? Our jaw.
It's like the lower part of our mouth. It's the lower pair of our mouth.
Yeah. So basically,
Until
this
we
is
do
our
the
jaw, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's our
So
job.
we do have hinge joints there. Yes, correct, right? So in jaw also only one plane movement is possible. You can move your joint only down, right? You cannot move the jaw up. Can you move the jaw upside?
No, ma'am.
1 minute, I'll get you the picture. So can you see that diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, see here. So can you see this jaw? So this is the part of our jaw, lower jaw. So this one here, you have a joint that is called as temporomandibular joint. So that temporomandibular joint, TMG, is a kind of hinge joint. Okay, it's a kind of hinge joint because you can move the jaw only. See here, the right hand side image you see, he's opening the mouth, right?
Yes.
He can move the jaw only in the one plane. Only you can move it the downside and you can just make it into the center side. Like you can do this and this. Can I move this one? This part of the area of the human body. Can you move this part?
No, ma'am.
No, only this part is possible. Movement is in this part is possible, and that too only in two ways it is possible. You can stretch them down and make them in normal condition. That's it. No other, like only one plane. So the plane will be like only one plane is possible. So only in this plane it is possible. Like the movement is possible in only one plane. You can open the mouth in this plane and then you can again close it. So that is this side, this plane. So this plane and this plane. This is normal. This is normal. And this is slant. Only in two ways the motion is possible, the movement is possible. So obviously they come under hinge joint, right? The hinge joint by definition itself, the joint can be moved only in the one plane. So by definition, the jaw comes under hinge joint, and the joint present here is temporomandibular joint, TMG. Okay, remember this. So jaw is a hinge joint. The jaw can also move from one side to the other side. Although jawbone is not a hinge joint, jawbone moves as a result of hinge joint. So you have to know one thing. Jawbone is not a hinge joint. Jawbone, you cannot say jawbone is a hinge joint. Jawbone moves as a result of hinge joint. So you have a joint here. So temporomandibular joint. So here you have a joint. So I think they have extended the view. See here. So this is exactly their thing. Because of this joint, you can move the jaw, but you cannot say that this whole is a hinge joint. No, you have a small joint here. Because of this hinge joint, you can move the jaw, but you should not say that jaw can move from one side or jawbone itself a hinge joint. No, you cannot say jawbone itself a hinge joint. You can say jawbone can move as a result of hinge joint. You should say like that because the joint is something very small or present here in this part. So, and because of that only you can move the jaw. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
understood?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. So the hand. Then coming to the hand, the interphalangeal joint are the joints that are the fingers together. Phalanges. Yes, obviously. So we have seen the phalanges, right? So I have also told to draw the diagram of phalanges. So interphalangeal joints. So intermediate phalanges are called as interphalangeal joints. So the joint that is present here, these are also hinge joints. They also come under hinge joints. They can also move in only one plane, right? Your fingers, you cannot move back side, only front side you can move, right, Bhavish?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So interphalangeal, they're trying like interphalangeal joints. The as a human being utilize hands for daily activities, it is considered to be the most important joint. There are three sets of joint, namely metatarsophalangeal joint, metatarsophalangeal joints, proximal interphalangeal joints, and distal interphalangeal joint. I think so. It is given here also, right? Distal phalanges, proximal phalanges, metacarpals or metaphalanges, and intermediate phalanges. Yes. So all these, I mean, there are like one, two, three. Three joints are there, right, in your fingers, in your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
All the three are coming under hinge joints. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So now coming to the foot. The foot, just like the hands, the feet also consist of three interphalangeal joints. They move to planar tendons and other ligaments. Even though toe appear different than fingers, they also show similar movement, namely flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. Same like our foot. We have fingers on the foot also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So they also have interphalangeal joints. Wait a minute. I'll get the picture. Can you see this picture? Food picture.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. Bhavesh, wait here for 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay, ma'am.
Am I audible, Bhavesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. It's audible.
So I said you in even in our legs we have phalanges. So see the same way how in our hand we have in our leg also, right? So ossa digiti, phalanges distalis, phalanges mediae, phalanges proximals, metatarsi, ossa tarsi. So can you see these are the joints? Here also we have hinge joints. Yes, here also we have hinge joints, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are also coming under hinge joint. So you have to remember they also comes under hinge joint. Okay, then the foot. So the foot, now we got the elbow, the jaw, the hand, the foot. What are the joints present here?
Ma'am, hinge
Yes?
joints. Hinge joints.
What?
Ma'am, hinge joints are present inside them.
Yeah, they are have. No, I'm asking you like what are the importance? Everything we discussed, like everything should go in the mind very clearly, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The knee. Now coming to the knee joint connects the thighs to the lower part of the leg. Obviously, so knee. We discussed about the knee very first class. The knee is also having in joints. So you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
just move the knee in only one plane, right? Lower part of so it is basically connecting the thighs to the lower part of the leg. The knee is the largest joint in the human body, and it is different from other hinge joints. So what is the name of that? Can you tell me? The largest joint in the human body?
The largest joint.
Yeah,
The largest joint is in the human body is.
femur.
I thought it's the largest bone.
Okay, yeah. They are asking about the largest joint. Femur is the largest bone. Correct. I got it is coming thighs, no? So which one is the largest joint? The knee joint is the largest joint. The knee joint is the largest joint in the human body. So I'll get you with a picture, wait, so that we can have clear. Um, knee joint. Uh, yes, the knee is the largest joint in the human body. That is fine. But I'm getting you. All are very complex diagrams. So we don't want that much complex diagrams. Okay, I'll just get an image. See here. Can you see
Yes,
knee
ma'am.
joint? Knee. Can you see the knee joint here?
Ma'am, I think that's, I drawed it maybe.
What?
Ma'am, I think I have the drawing.
You have the drawing.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I say to draw like any class knee joint?
No, ma'am, in my exam. In my
Okay, in your
exam,
exam.
you told me to draw ligaments.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and that diagram has ligaments.
Copy image. Yeah. You're also searching for it.
No, ma'am.
I think this one is somewhat okay. So can you see this joint? This is a somewhat lateral view, which is somewhat okay. So these are the muscles. These are the muscles and tendons. So can you see this is a tendon that is connecting the muscle to the bone. This white color area is the femur bone. Femur is basically the bone as we discussed. So it is connecting muscle to the bone, right? So it is called as what? Tendons.
Tendons.
So actually it is tendons connecting muscles to the bones. See here, this is the tendon muscle and this is patella, this is cartilage. So cartilage is going to act as your protective shield and this is ligament connecting bone, this bone and this bone. It is connecting bone to bone. So it is ligament and tibia. Tibia is the bone that is present below. This is femur. Femur is present here and tibia is present down. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The entire diagram should be very clear. Now, where is the knee joint here? Wait a minute. I'll get knee joint. Okay. Copy image. Keep it aside. Yeah. Now see, this is the knee joint. Back of the knee, front of the knee. Can you see? This is the knee joint exactly. So patella, that is kneecap. Do you know what is this patella? You will feel a round like structure in your knee. Can you feel like the round like structure? It will be there in the knee.
Yes, ma'am.
Round leg structure will be there in this middle of the knee. So that is actually this patella, kneecap. Okay. So this is the front view. So as we said, this is a tendon. These both are femur and fibula, tibia, medical menses. So these are some of the technical terms. Ligaments we have, patellar ligament we have, posterior ligament we have. So we don't have to really mug up all these things. Just you have to know how it presents inside, how it is looking like. That's all. Yeah, it's a very, very complex structure, right? Our knee is really a very complex structure. It's not very simple structure, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you get any dislocation of knee, it is very hard to do the surgeries also. The doctors has to be very careful when you have the dislocation of knee. So basically the knee is a very complex joint. Knee joint is a very complex joint. So have to take care of that very well. So now it is different because it not only allows movement like flexion and extension, but also side to side movement. We can do side movement also, right? So we can do side movement, side to side movement in the sense like this is the leg. So this is the leg. Basically, you can move them like this. You can move them like that, like the upside, like the sideways, up and down, like swing like that. You can move your knee, but you cannot move them up, no, like this you cannot bend them, no, this is a joint, you cannot make bend them up, but you can bend them this side, right? Getting me what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, then the ankle joint is called as talocrucal region. The joint is responsible for the movement of feet and ankle. So you know what is ankle also. I'll get the picture. This joint permits side to side movement. The hinge joint of the ankle is made up of three separate joints, namely talocrucal joint, subtalar joint, and tibofibular joint. You don't really have to mug up anything here. Just remember that we have hinge joint in ankle also. So ankle is also made up of hinge joint. I'll get you the picture.
Ma'am, no need, ma'am. There is a picture in your slide.
Where?
There is a picture. Ma'am, go to
This one?
tendons. Ma'am, go to tendons. Up, ma'am. Ma'am, up.
Okay, tendons.
Tendons, you have a picture.
Uh,
That. Up. That
yeah,
one.
this is healthy knee joint. Yeah, correct. So this joint is correct, good looking. So yeah, I have taken this picture to explain about synovial fluid. Correct. We have already the joint. Yep. So this okay, this one is very clear, is giving you the clear view of synovial fluid and cartilage also. That's why I want synovial membrane like ligament. So that's why this is a tendon. This is the ligament joining bone to bone. So that's why I got. So you will have a tendon also. We saw now we are having a tendon also. So
Ma'am,
that's good. Correct.
ma'am,
So do we? Yeah.
that's an ankle.
Where?
Ankle means foot or hand.
No, ankle. Wait. Ankle joint. I'll show you the picture. Ankle is something, no, in the leg, right? That is ankle. It's connecting your foot and your down part of the body, the ankle joint.
Okay.
I'll get the picture. It will be clear. This is knee joint. You're correct. Home new slide. See, this is the ankle joint. Now getting an idea?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, this is the ankle joint. So we have tibia and fibula. We know already, we saw that tibia and fibula is the down part. So here we have tibia. So that same tibia extension here. Then fibula. How we have radius and ulna in hand, no? We have radius and ulna. Do you remember radius and ulna together? It will be there. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
radius and ulna, like that.
Yes,
Two
ma'am.
bones. So like that same we have tibia and fibula in leg also. You remember like that. Okay. So tubular ligaments we have. So these are the ligaments. And then they have not given any. Yeah. So can you name what is this?
That's a tendon.
Very
That's
good. This is tendon. This is tendon. Very good. So this is tendon. So this is a ligament. So basically it is connecting bones to bones. So it is ligament. So it is, this is the muscle and this is the bone. So it is connecting muscle to bone. So it is tendon. It should be tendon. And then that's all. So this is the ankle joint. So here, exactly the joint, if you say here, this part will be ankle joint actually. So here we have hinge joint. It's all made up of hinge joints. Yes?
yes, ma'am.
Got an idea about all these things now?
Yes, ma'am. I got an idea.
Okay, so what about the homework?
Homework.
Yeah, what homework I gave you last class?
Can you tell the homework?
I'll say, wait. It says so. I gave the homework. Yeah, I told to draw the diagram of hinge joints.
In joints.
Yeah. It's okay if you didn't draw. Today you draw. Okay, today you go and try the diagrams of all the things, Bhavish. Draw and see the like jaw. This one. No need very implicated diagrams. Like basic diagram of this and draw the diagram of basic knee. And you draw and see the diagram of this and draw and see the diagram of this. It's very important ankle joint. And this is very tedious joint, so no need to draw this. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. And then you have to read your NCRT book.
Yes.
NCRT reading is very important and also prepare for your seminar. Okay. So I think she will start first. Both of them didn't join today. Adya and Neha, both of them didn't join. If they join in the next class, so Neha will start. And then only your thing will come. But it's better to get
Don't
prepared.
tell that right side hand structure.
Right side hand structure.
Ma'am, you told me to explain something now, ma'am. From bone till that right hand structure.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Till,
Ma'am.
till this. Oh, why it is not coming? Yeah, till this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, till this. Implications of pivot joint. Yesterday we started it, so no need. Till this you have to explain. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. And we have so you prepare for that. And what about your school, Bhavesh? Like, are you going to school?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, at
Okay,
June
so
10th, I'm gonna go to school, and if I go to school, ma'am, I will not get time to do these homeworks.
you will not get time to join.
Ma'am, not to join, ma'am. I get time to join, but I do. I think I do not get time to do these homeworks.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. I'll not give very complex homeworks. Don't worry. Very little homeworks. Maybe read one page or two page like that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So we'll complete. We'll try to complete this. 1 second. I'll share the screen. Just you see. Okay. We'll open your book once. You don't have any other work now, right? You're free, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm free.
So we'll open your book once. So you're sixth standard. So we are in the fifth chapter, I think. So body movements. Yeah. So open with Firefox. Uh, so see here. So basically, we completed pivot joint, we completed hinge joints, and now we'll go to fixed joint. That is skeleton. What are the fixed joint? Will go. We will learn about the bones of hand, carpals. So it is made up of several small bones called carpals or phalanges. That's what we learned. No, these are phalanges. And
Yes.
then shoulder bones, pelvic bones, backbone, rib cage, everything we have.
And
Cartilage, what is in cartilage? Yes.
I mean, the upper part of an ear has cartilage.
Yeah.
That
So that's
ear.
given here. See some additional part of the skeleton that are not hard as bones, which can be bent. These are called as cartilage. Yes. So this
Yes.
cartilage is different from the cartilage joint that we are seeing, right? They are very elastic. Cartilage is basically elastic, right? So
Yes,
wherever
ma'am.
you need an elasticity, you need elasticity wherever the joint is present, no? Then only you can move the hand freely. So where there is no elasticity, whenever you need an elasticity, there you will have a cartilage joint. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ear is fully made up of cartilage. So the upper part of the ear is especially like cartilage. So ear lobe, down part and the upper part is fully flexible. So there you will have cartilage. So those are fully made up of cartilage. So then we have muscles, contraction, and then we have started with gait of animals. So what does earthworm, snail, how the movement is present there, cockroach. It's quite a big chapter. Then you have fish, birds, how do the snakes move, streamlined, the movement in snake. So these things we will cover everything. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have to cover all these things. Okay, fine. So we have the next class on Saturday. Fine.
Yes.
We can have it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. I'll I said the homework. Just draw and see the diagrams. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Bye.